Hello, everybody. My name is Carter Campbell, and today I'm going to talk about who decides where public land is. So, at the end of this speech, you will understand who decides where public land is and why. So, my name is Carter Campbell, and I'm a avid outdoorsman. Have you ever been on a hike? Take your dog to play fetch, fishing, go mudding, you go camping, and you're like, how do they decide where this public land is, right? Because there's private land everywhere, obviously. But who decides where public land is? Well, I have, because I go hunting a lot, and I'm always like, why did they pick this spot? And who decides that they picked this spot, right? So I'll be teaming up with other outdoorsmen to inform y'all about where and why public land goes there. So I will now go over what's public land to begin with. So what are public lands? Public lands are areas of land and water owned collectively by the U.S. public and managed by government agencies at the federal, state, and local level. These land include national parks, forests, wildlife refuges, and managed for multiple uses such as recreation, hunting, and outdoor activities, right? So, Public Land Alliances says that nearly 1/3 of all United States, 640 million acres, is designated as federal public land. These public lands are collectively owned by the American people, but managed by various departments within the federal government. Lands are given different designations and managed according to the specific goals and objectives. There are states and local public lands in addition to federal public lands. However, this page solely focuses on federal public lands. So, these public lands are collectively owned by the American people, but are managed by like the state or the federal agencies and organizations. So, who decides where public land is and why? Big question here, right? So, Congress decides where new public lands are, and through legislation, they decide where it is. So, authorizing the acquisition and disposal of land to establish or modify units like national parks. Once created, the location of these lands, they're managed by various federal agencies with the Bureau of Land Management overseeing the largest amount. Other agencies manage federal public lands include the National Park Service, the Fish and Wildlife, the Forestry Service, and Bureau of Reclamation. So, conclusion, right? In conclusion, public lands are chosen by Congress, but they are overseen by plenty of conservation agencies like BLM, the Forestry Service, Fish and Wildlife, and public lands are open to the public for recreational activities. Congress decides the location of the land. So let's, from the top, this one more time, right? So what is public land? Public land is managed by or chosen by Congress, and it's managed by multiple agencies for the American people like you and me that can go do recreational activities, right? Who decides it? Congress through legislation, and like I said, various organizations like BLM, the Forestry Service, Fish and Wildlife, they keep it up and make sure it's looking good and beautiful for all the great animals that live in it and the people who enjoy it. So I hope that you've learned something today, and that next time you're on public land, you understand that Congress chose this, and there's people that actually go out there and conserve it and make it better.